You're listening to Tash and Nix.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey.
Nicole, it's like 2 months until we'll be in Jamaica for my 30th birthday.
Hey, I'm excited.
I'm too excited.
I can't wait, honestly, to go. First of all, to get away, but secondly, to enjoy the sand. I love the sound of the ocean, the beach. I'm a Caribbean girl,
Yeah.
so I can't
Have
wait.
you ever been to Jamaica?
No, this will be my first time.
So I've been once, but it was like on a cruise, so I was only there for like a couple of hours, but it was like the best time of my life.
Those 2 hours?
Yes. We were there for like a day, so really it was like 6 hours. It was like an excursion,
Okay.
So we went to this like resort where it was like all you can drink, all you can eat, like the jerk chicken, like everything was amazing.
Who did you go with?
I went on a cruise with Nisha for our coworker's wedding.
I remember that. That's when I first met you. Yeah, I remember that. It looked fun, though. I mean,
It was so fun.
I actually am terrified of going on cruises. I'm not going to lie. Like, I have like a fear of like big boats. I know this sounds really weird, but it's a thing. People are afraid of like huge. I'm terrified. I don't know.
You sound like my grandma. She says that all the time.
Yeah, it's so creepy. I don't know. And then like being stuck on there in the middle of like nowhere, like I can't.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when it pulls off and like all you can see after like 10 minutes is nothing but water.
I hate that feeling.
I think you would like it.
It reminds me of trips when I was a kid with my dad. I hated that feeling. Like I felt like we were almost floating away. But yeah, I'm excited for the upcoming trip to Jamaica. Before we go, because I don't want people to be like, COVID, we know. They actually have requirements. We have to get tested prior to going. And I think, what is it, how many days prior to?
At least 10 days within the trip. We got to fill out like a travel authorization, all of that.
And so we are going to do that, try to be as safe as possible. And I'm sure that the country is also going to have their own safety precautions as well. Like, meaning that maybe we're probably going to only be allowed to go in like certain areas.
Yeah, they do.
So, and we're okay with that as long as we get the hell out of here.
We just want to be on the beach drinking. That's all.
Okay, seriously, I cannot wait. We both started working out for it. Like I'm ready. Like
we're ready.
Do you remember like your first ever like girls trip?
Yeah, I feel like my first one was with you, my best friend Chastity, and Todd. We went to New Orleans.
That was fun. We had a good time.
We had a really good time. I had never been to New Orleans before that.
I had, just not in that capacity.
Yeah.
A girls trip. That was a fun trip, though.
It was crazy, like on Bourbon Street and everything.
We dressed up. People were like calling us bougie. We didn't understand, like, what do they mean? And then we looked back at our pictures like, we definitely didn't need to wear that. Like, we had on like jean skirts and freaking like rompers with the shoulders down. Like, what are we wearing? Did you have a whole sweater on? Like,
I think I did. We didn't know. Not a sweater. It was hot down there.
It was something you had on.
It was something that was like real dressed up, but we didn't realize like it was real dressed down.
Yeah, we could have just worn flip flops and a t-shirt.
So like our cute like skirts and like
no wonder people were calling us bougie.
Yeah,
like, we didn't understand. But then but that was a really fun trip. I mean, it was like really chill, quiet.
We heard the back that ass up every 5 minutes.
Oh my god. It was like a horror film. Like at one point.
It
like,
still rings in my ear from time to time.
Key and Peele should do like a special on that. Like we should have a girls trip special, a horror film, and every time it was like we would get done at another place, we're sweaty, we're hot, ready to go to a next bar, and then next thing you know, I'm like, oh god, Cash Money's taking over again. Like
we know that song from start to finish.
Oh my god, it was horrible. Like, and I thought I would never get tired of that song. Nah, that trip I got tired. Like, but it was fun. It was the first time we had those little green drinks, the grenades.
Yeah,
so
them grenades,
they get you pretty lit.
Oh my god, you really only need one, but you feel so good. You go back for a second one, and that's where you like fuck up.
Done. We ended up going to sleep, right? Like we ended up going back and just like everyone fell asleep, and then like later we're just gonna stay in. Like it was bad. So and then we couldn't understand how people could go to New Orleans and be there for a week doing this. Like I would die.
No, like 3 days at max is all that you need down there. Like anything more than that, I would die.
I know, I couldn't.
The food was amazing too.
Yeah, we ate some pretty good food. I really wanted to get beignets. We still haven't gotten them. Because we went to New Orleans again. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And we still didn't get beignets, and I really want some. So next time we go, we have to get beignets.
That's what they're known for.
Yes, we didn't go. So we definitely have to go next time.
Was that your first girls trip?
My first girls trip? Okay. I think, did we go to New Orleans before we went to New York? Did we? I'm trying to think.
I feel like we went to New York first.
Yeah. Did we? Because it was the New Orleans trip was like a quick, like, let's just go to New Orleans this weekend. I'm trying to remember.
Maybe
no, it wasn't. It was after.
It was after?
It was after. No, I'm sorry. It was, I think, New Orleans, and then we went to New York after that.
Yeah.
But no, I would say technically my first girls trip was when I went to Chicago. I went with like a college friend. I ran track in college, and when my old teammates and I flew to Chicago, we had a friend who played basketball in college, same college, and we went to go visit her. And I don't really know if that was technically like a girls' trip. I mean, I guess I don't want to think about it now. I don't look at it as that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess it wasn't everyone going to a destination, so that really wasn't a girls' trip. So I guess my first girls' trip was the same. You know, going to New Orleans with you guys, and that was really fun. So I was excited. And I think, did I fly? Yeah, I flew.
Yeah,
I did.
And Chastity flew.
Yeah, I flew in from.
Chastity was living in New York at that time.
Yep, I drove to Houston and flew from Houston to New Orleans, and it was like the fastest flight ever. So it was cool though. I had a good time. Like best memory wise in terms of a girls' trip, do you have a good best memory?
I would say my best memory is when we went to Miami and we were running on the boardwalk, drinking. We lost especially me, but we all lost our minds. We was out there in the ocean. We were just having such a good time.
The most. She was in love in the ocean. It was amazing. And
I was in love for 24 hours.
Basically. There was 2 older girls and 2 younger girls, Tash and this other girl. First of all, disclaimer, if you go to Miami with a group of friends, you may not be friends when you come back from Miami. So that's a disclaimer. It definitely happened in this situation. Don't really know what happened, but whatever. We had a good time, in my opinion. I think that I really love the fact that we were just there's a bunch of different cultures around us. I liked that we were able to enjoy South Beach to a certain extent, you know. We definitely got a little wasted.
South Beach is bougie too. 9 out of 10 girls you see had a fake ass. Yeah, it was wild. The gratuity's already on there, so basically they don't have to give you good service. You kind of just get what you get, you know. And that was interesting to me. Remember we went to that brunch place and it was like $50 a pop. I'm like, hell yeah. I'll go make my own scrambled eggs. To be honest, I'm kind of bougie, so honestly, I would have paid it. It probably would have been a really bomb-ass breakfast.
I feel like if it's Jamaica, then maybe I would do that. I ain't paying no $50 in South Beach. But yeah, I mean, we had a good time. I remember when we got dropped off, the Uber driver was like, does anybody speak another language? Because you're probably not going to get an Uber driver who does after me. And I was like, okay. And I remember we were on our way back from the beach. Y'all, we got sand all over the back seat of this Uber car.
Almost threw up in an Uber.
Yeah, and he was a sweet older man. And so this is the first time Tash ever heard me speak Spanish. So I was speaking to one of the drivers at one point. Tasha's like, bitch, when did you start speaking Spanish? And I'm like, what? So it was really funny. But yeah, that Uber driver, he was so upset that we had sand all in his car. And I just told him, sir, you were so sick at that point. I was like, yeah, we'll just pay for the cleaning fee. Just charge us, please. And he's like, okay. So that was a good one. That was a good memory.
Yeah.
I would say my best memory is when we went to Vegas. The first go round, we had a good time the second go round, but the first go round is my first time ever going to Vegas, and it was me, you, Chastity, Bree. What's up, Bree? Who else? Your friend. I can't remember her name. She basically left us there.
Oh, Jennifer.
Your friend Jennifer was there.
She watches us. Hey, Jennifer.
We were up for 20, we were up for forever. That was the first time I ever stayed up for 24 hours. It was crazy. And My favorite memory of us was when we came back from the club. We were so gone that we could not find our hotel room. We were inside of some casino. Like, what was it? I don't know. We were in some huge casino that had like 3 different hotels in it. We were walking around, like basically in circles for forever. We ended up stopping and sitting on these steps by this donut place. We're eating donuts. This guy's walking by like, what's going on? You guys okay? And he's like, can I get your number? I'm like, yeah, whatever. We were so drunk. We took off our shoes. We were walking around. The security guard comes over. He's like, excuse me, ladies, you need to put your shoes on. We were all like, shut the hell up. He was like, all right. And he shut the hell up. Like, he was like, okay. I was like, we paid for this shit. Like, shut up. We finally found our way back to the room and finally ended up going to sleep. But that was probably one of my best memories, like of a girls trip, what happens in Vegas type of thing. That was so much fun. Oh, girl, do you know that trip too is when Tash and I got like offered some threesome, foursome action. We were like, no, like it was really weird. So, but I mean, that was probably one of my best memories for a girls trip. So,
yeah, that was really fun. Oh, I thought it was off.
Girl, me too. I was about to scream. I was so bad.
Never mind. I thought we were having some technical difficulties.
I was like, literally, like, you'll probably see sheer terror on my face when you go back over that. I was like, what? But what about your worst memory from a trip?
Oh my God, the worst, even though we had like a blast in New York that first time that we went, the worst part of that was that we didn't get a hotel or like an Airbnb. We just stayed with my friend in her
New York.
super small New York like apartment.
Yeah.
So we were in her room. Me and my friend were sleeping on her twin bed, small as fuck. Her friend was sleeping on like a love couch like this, like the whole trip. Like
I was sleeping on the regular couch with cat hair.
She was on the regular couch with cat hair. They had a cat. And she was on the regular couch with cat hair. And there was like one bathroom and like, I don't know what, 8 of us?
Yes.
Staying in a small apartment.
Oh,
it was horrible. I'd never do that shit again.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
That
was my second time in New York, actually.
What's your first time?
I went by myself.
Oh, yeah,
when I first met you, I went by myself with the
I
chastity.
remember.
It was in we gotta go back to New York in the winter and go to the park there. It's kind of
Central Park?
Yeah, but
Yes.
in the daytime.
It's kind of dangerous.
Go in the daytime to Central Park.
You might get
Not
shot.
at night. We actually were kind of there like at dusk, and
Okay.
it's so pretty. Like I have pictures on that time. Like
Yeah, I want to go back when it's cold, but we'll have to get like real cold to get here.
New York is amazing.
I really want to go back there.
Yeah.
And I remember that too, that we were just so cramped and irritated and it was trash. I remember when we first got there, we had to go meet her because she was a teacher, or she was, I think at the time, not a teacher, she was like a principal or something like that. And we had to go meet her and we were so hungry. We went to like the corner like Chinese place. That food was banging. Like it was so good. So yeah, I love New York. I've been to New York before as a child and with my parents and stuff, but not in that capacity too, you know. But yeah, that was some pretty rough times. Like I will never in my life do that again. Ugh, it was horrible. It's hard enough 4 people in one hotel room with one bathroom. 8?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Other than that, the trip was a blast.
You were living your best life during that trip.
Like,
girl.
I've never had so much fun. What was your worst memory of a trip?
Okay, here we go. I would have to say my worst memory was when we went to New Orleans the second time. I went down there to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? We're all going through stuff in our lives, whatever. And when I want to go to New Orleans, it's because I want to have a good time. And one thing I don't like is people who are super big on itineraries. Like, we're here on a vacation, like, chill, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. And I'm a grown woman that has children. Like, that also irritates me. Like, I don't need someone to, like, tell me what to do, when to do it, what time to do it by, and then be so, like, not just adamant, but, like, sort of, like, aggressive about it. Like, you gotta calm down a little bit. But I'm a pretty much go with the flow type of person. So a lot of things don't get to me. But one thing about me is if I keep letting somebody or something get to me and build, I am going to get upset and I'm probably going to explode. So I think when we got to the point of my explosion, like, it was because there was a person, we were on the trip with the person who got, some people can't handle their liquor. Well, in my opinion, that's what the situation was because, like, she just kept being very loud, very, like, aggressive, saying really disrespectful things, like, just to her own best friend. It was just weird, weird energy. We got to this we went from we went from, like, Bourbon Street to, like, this day party. And at that point, I could feel it. It was rising. It was, like, right about right here. So I tried to separate myself from the movement, and I decided to go to the restroom. I get back, and Tash and the girl are playing, like, on the grass in this big checker, or, like, not checkers, but whatever game. Connect Four.
Yeah.
And I could hear her literally as I was approaching. I could hear the girl yelling as I was approaching the area, and I was like, she's still at it again, And she's telling Tash, she's like, shut up, bitch. And I'm like, hey, man, hey. Like, can you chill? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, at that point, I was frustrated. And she was like, looked at me to myself, shut up, bitch. And she, like, flung the game piece at me. Over with. Like, I picked the game piece up, and I literally almost, like, went upside her head. I literally stopped myself. Like, the Lord stopped the you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so mad. And I was like, let me tell you something. Like, I was so mad. Like, I was so angry, and it was not cool. And I don't like getting that upset. I really don't. Like, she was like, just in there blinking, like, the girl's best friend too was like, they didn't even interject or anything, but the girl and I had, an exchange of words or whatever. But I told her, just know normally I wouldn't have stopped myself, but there was, I won't say all the words that were mixed or exchanged. But yeah, I was very upset, and I think that was one of my worst memories because I don't want to go on a trip to get in a fight with somebody or to argue with someone. Like, that's not the point of a trip,
Yeah.
And even, like, her friend was like, I kind of wish she would have hit her. You know what I'm saying? Because she just was, and the thing is, like, some people don't take accountability for their own behaviors and their own actions, And it's just like, I can see that's probably who she is as a person in general. She definitely brought her personality on the trip. But I would just rather do without that type of person on the trip in the future. Like, she just, I feel like this is not her first trip she's ruined. So I don't know. Like, that was my worst memory. I remember you being like, I have never seen you get that mad. And I'm like, I don't. Like, I normally let things, like, I brush it off. But, man, that girl got to me on that trip. Like,
I'm such a happy drunk, not much phases me.
Exactly.
Like, even when in the Uber, like, we were going back, she was like, bitch. I was like, bitch. Like, I was like, I don't even care when I get drunk. Like, nothing phases me.
No.
Like, besides that hiccup, it was still a pretty good trip.
It was.
It wasn't as fun as the first time that we went, like, on a girls' trip. But after that hiccup, it was pretty much fun.
It was. Her friend went back to doing splits. Like, it was nothing.
We were able to bounce back at least and still, like, enjoy the rest of our time.
Yeah, because I'm a grown adult. Like, regardless of the situation, I actually did apologize. Like, I'm sorry for losing my cool. Like, I was very right in being upset with her behavior, but I did apologize because I didn't want to make other people feel awkward or, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want the rest of the trip to be ruined after that. But yeah, like, I definitely was out of my element in that moment, and I was so mad. But
what's like one place you want to go back to that we've been to before?
I definitely went back to New York for sure.
Man, I was about to say that.
Yeah, I definitely do.
New York has some beautiful men.
Oh my God! Like, yes, there was this beautiful dark-skinned king that we met at that restaurant,
yeah.
And I'm sure he was Caribbean or maybe no, he was from someplace in Africa. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but he was beautiful. I was like, God damn, do you have brothers? He's like, yes, 5.
Yeah.
Well, where are they? You know what I'm saying? These magical creatures, like.
I remember I met this guy the first time that I went. Fine.
Yeah. New York is a melting pot of beauty.
Like, gorgeous people.
Beautiful people.
Men and women. Like, we saw some women that were bomb as fuck. Like,
yeah. We went to, the first trip, we went to this red something. What was it? Red.
It's called the Red Rooster.
Red Rooster.
It's in Harlem.
So much fun.
That place is so much fun.
It was fun. I'm trying to remember if I saw any other that guy was really handsome at that one place. He was super handsome. What about you? Is there another place you'd want to revisit?
Dang, besides New York, Miami for sure. That was supposed to happen over this past summer, but Corona.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be in Miami for July 4th.
That's true. But we ended up going someplace else. We went to
Padre.
Padre.
That was a fun road trip.
That was so much fun. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We had a great time. Actually, those girls that we went to Padre with, we're going to be going to Jamaica with as well.
Yeah.
They were so much fun. Like London and JJ.
Yeah, that was like a mini vacay because we couldn't do shit else because of the virus. So,
Yeah.
but we made the best out of it.
And we did. And they were really like COVID friendly too. Like they took our temps before we like would go to like this restaurant. They made sure to space people out. We had a really good time in Padre too. So kind of do that again. That was really fun. Like we should always make one thing, I think, like a reoccurring trip. I know this year for my birthday, I want to go to Colorado. So I'm speaking it into existence. So everybody needs to get their cold weather gear together. So we all need to do a white snowing. Talking about brown people and white snow.
Yeah, let's go skiing.
Angels.
Like,
Okay.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
We gotta stay in like a cabin or some shit.
Like, I want to get like something really cute with like a fireplace. Like I think it'd be really a good idea. And a pool, not a pool, a hot tub.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
It's gonna
would
be
be
so much fun. Just drinking my drink over here.
Well, dang, I guess that's all the road trip stories that we have for y'all today, but I'm sure we'll have more in the future.
Yeah, you guys let us know what your favorite girls trip was, worst memory. I'd like to know as well. Does anyone have any similar things to what I went through? Just let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.